There's some breaking news coming to our newsroom in just the last hour. The ACLU is looking to block Iowa Secretary of State Paul Pate from challenging the registration of more than 2,000 voters, some of whom may be naturalized citizens. Dana Searles is live from where a hearing just concluded moments ago. But before we get to her, let's bring you up to speed. Now, the ACLU filed this lawsuit yesterday on behalf of 4 naturalized U.S. citizens who, as of now, will have to cast a provisional ballot instead of a regular ballot for this upcoming election. Pate recently gave county auditors a list of voters who told the Department of Transportation they weren't citizens but later registered to vote. In the lawsuit, some of those voters are claiming the information is outdated. We go live now to Dana Searles in Des Moines. Dana, what did we learn in court this afternoon?
Well, Stephanie, this has been a quick turnaround to get to this hearing today. And at the hearing, I was in the courtroom. The plaintiffs are arguing that naturalized citizens are being targeted, while Iowa's Secretary of State is arguing that he's simply doing his job and trying to have a safe and factual election. So I'm going to lay out what both sides argued in the courtroom today. The state started out by laying out a timeline of how we even got to this point. So it all started October 22nd. Iowa's Secretary of State Paul Pate gave a list of potential non-citizens to county auditors to give them a provisional ballot instead, just like what you talked about. They said that list came from Iowa Department of Transportation records. After that, they sent that list to the United States Citizenship and Immigration Services to cross-check and find out who really is not a citizen voting and who is a citizen voting. The state is claiming that USCIS is refusing to give them that final list with those final results. So their main argument is that they are doing the best they can with the information that they have right now, and that is reasonable suspicion. Now, on the other side, the plaintiffs are arguing that it is violating the Equal Protections Clause, which gives naturalized citizens the same rights that U.S. citizens have, one of those being the right to vote. They said they continue to say to look at the evidence, which is those 4 plaintiffs that claim they have already been impacted by this and their right to vote. They say they've had to gone through extra steps in order to get here, and that's something that is violating the Equal Protections Clause. They just continue to reference that evidence. And right after the hearing, Iowa's Secretary of State Paul Pate released a statement saying, bottom line up front, according to the federal government, there are approximately 250 non-citizens registered to vote in Iowa. Yet the federal government will not share this data with us, which is critical to ensuring only eligible U.S. citizens vote in our elections. Ultimately, the plaintiffs want the judge to rule that this is unconstitutional, and he wants the county auditors to disregard that list that was originally given to him of more than 2,000 voters. The judge is giving both parties until the middle of the day tomorrow to submit any final evidence or any final things he wants them to take into consideration before he makes that ruling. He says that ruling will come sometime this Sunday. Local 5 will continue following this, but for now, I'm live at the federal courthouse. Dana Searles, Local 5 News.